Ha? Mas marami pang pera sa akin yan. Mas marami pang pera sa akin.
Welcome to the post-game press conference. We are here with the winning coach, Coach Chot Reyes, and best player of the game, Jason Castro. Coach Chot, Eastern made the last-minute switch, activating their original import Cam Clark for this game. In the huddle, you expressed your concern that Eastern still was making their runs with or without Cam on the floor. Can you touch on how your players were able to acclimate themselves and finally figure them out?
Yeah, first of all, on the change of import, that's the reason why we pushed our practice yesterday to after lunch, because we wanted to wait for the 12 noon deadline to find out who's their import, because we had a hunch they're going to make the change because they beat us with Cam Clark the last time. With regards to Eastern playing well, they're a solid team. Cam Clark is a great addition, but when they put those other big guys who hardly get playing time, those guys can play. So we kind of take them for granted when the import isn't in. So when he was forced to come out because of that landing spot foul at the start of the fourth quarter, that's exactly what I told the players. Okay, now let's make our run without Clark inside, and thankfully they responded. Jason played a hell of a game. But Roger really did the job, a defensive job on Yang. So we feel Yang is the heart and soul of their team. So Roger's offense suffered a little bit, but he more than made up for it for the defense he played on their best player, on Glenn Yang.
Thank you, Coach. Jason, 3 points ka lang nung first half, pero pagdating ng third quarter, 13 points na yung naambag mo. Pinahirapin talaga kayo ng Eastern in most parts of the game kahit galing sila sa laro nila kahapon sa Taiwan. Paano nyo na-maintain yung focus nyo at nagsimula na kayong lumayo pagdating ng second half?
Yeah, kung makita nyo yung defensive rules nila sa amin, sobrang ganda ng defensive rules nila. Nag-i-stay home sila kay Ronde at the same time. Yun nga, sa mga shooters namin. So, na-feel lang namin na, as one of the veteran sa team na to na mag-take over or mag-contribute aside from facilitating the offense, yun nga, yung scoring. Kasi nakita namin na yung weakness nila dun sa ball screen defense. So, buti naman nakapag-contribute ng maganda. At the same time, yun nga, siguro yung defense din namin. Kasi every time na maganda yung defense namin, yung offense namin pumapalo na lang eh.
Thank you, Jason. We now open the floor for questions from our friends from the press.
Coach, congratulations on making the semis. But in the semifinals, I guess you'll be challenged by almost similar style in Rain or Shine and converts two independent teams and two teams with young lineups.
Not only that, with excellent imports, both tall imports, and we all know that these big imports have just given us problems in the past. So I haven't even thought about it because our full focus was just to win this game first tonight. But now we're going to shift that to those two teams, and they're both very good, very strong teams. They love to run. They're athletic. They're well constructed, well coached. So it's going to be a tough test, really, really tough test for us. Fortunately, we have a pretty long break coming up, and it's going to be incumbent upon us to take advantage of that break.
Coach, what will be the dynamics nung preparation nyo sa semifinals considering si Calvin most likely will be with Gilas for that duration of the break, long break?
Yeah, that's a factor that we have to consider. And like I said, we have to meet as a staff first because we haven't thought about it at all. I haven't even thought about what to do in this long break. So we have to reconvene first, and before I can answer that. But certainly that's going to be a factor, Calvin not being with us to practice.
Jason, yung semifinals, Yung katulad nga nung tanong kanina na mga bata yung mga guards regardless of sinong makaharap nyo. Anong masasabi mo sa matchup mo dun sa either Converge or Rain or Shine? And it seems like pag yung mga batang guards yung nakakaharap mo, ina-outplay mo pa rin sila. Anong masasabi mo dun sa potential matchup na yun?
Hindi naman siguro. Siguro, yun nga, yung eager ko lang to win talaga. At the same time, mag-contribute sa team. Yun lang yung bibigay sa akin ng motivation. At the same time, yun nga, gusto pa rin namin na makapunta ng finals. Kaya siguro. And then, one of the veterans sa team, kailangan mo maging good example, di ba? So, siguro, yun lang yung motivation ko. Lagi.
I just want to comment on the kind of veteran, on the kind of leader that Jason is because pinagalitan ko talaga siya the last game kasi had a bad game against Rain or Shine. So I said, and in front of the team, I said that that kind of effort, that kind of defense was not acceptable. And yun ang maganda sa team namin. And Jason is the perfect example of the ability and the willingness to accept feedback, to accept negative feedback and use it to their... Kasi sa amin, ganun lang naman eh. We're very direct, but everything is for the good of the team. So great bounce back for Jason.
Ano mo tinig yun, Jason?
Of course, ang tagal na natin dito sa PBA. And then,
Saka sanay na sa akin.
tagal na natin magkasama ni Coach Chot. And then, yun nga, as a veteran, kailangan mong i-ano yung sarili mo dun sa mga ganun na situation. Kasi tinitignan ako ng mga ibang teammate ko eh, kung paano yun nga, mag-bounce back at the same time, makabawi man lang sa game na to. So, yung mga ganun na sa amin, sobrang natural lang yun. And thank you for Coach Shot na pinapagalitan ako, ibig sabihin, may value pa ako sa team.
Oo nga naman. Okay. Naku, magpa-fasting na naman yung import namin. Good question. Well, sanay na naman siya dun. Kasi, I think it's worse pag hindi siya nag-fast because mas magugulo siya eh. So, kung sanay na naman siya dun, hopefully that will give him a lot more clarity and focus. But we're worried about, especially both Rain or Shine and Converge, takbuhan yun. Patayin sa takbuhan yun. So, pinaalala mo pa sa akin yun. Pinoblema ko patuloy na yun.
Thank you, everyone. Congratulations, Coach and Jason.
Thank you. Thank you. Gabi na.
John Pita Porta.